right, hi everybody. This is Yvonne from Step by Step Farming.
And I'm Ed.
And we wanted to kind of draw you all into some of the conversations that we have. This is a different kind of video that I would normally do. And by doing this video, we just want to share a little bit about kind of our personal life and what some of the things that we do to try to relieve some of the stress and hopefully be able to inspire you all as well.
Right. So like everyone else, we have stress, just living life every day with Yvonne and her businesses that she's doing, with myself and the businesses that I'm doing. Sometimes things gets a little overwhelming, and trying to figure out family and putting family in all of that and trying to take care of family. And sometimes you just get so busy and you're so busy doing busyness that you have to get away, and you have to go and, as I like to call it, you have to go and defragment and debrief. That's what I like to call it.
Mm-hmm. Decompress sounds pretty good.
Yeah, decompress.
Yeah. So, like he said, with the struggles of life, with stress, with children, with family, there's a lot going on. You have issues with the things that's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Violence, you have the wars, you have the increasing of prices of food and fuel and everything else you can think of, but yet the paychecks are not changing. There's a lot of things that take away our time and our focus. There's a lot of distractions. And I think for us, what we realize is that, we always hear about the gerbil on the wheel. You're moving, but you're not going anywhere. And so I think for us, we just needed to just stop and remove ourselves from situations. And that's one of the things that I feel like that I am learning, and that he's also learning, is that I have to learn how it's okay to say no to things that is not going to be a benefit to you at that particular time.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with helping people, nothing wrong with, saying yeses to some things and serving. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you say yes all the time, then you have no time for anything else, let alone yourself, your spiritual life, your family, or anything else. And so it's okay sometimes to say no and to actually step back and remove yourself away from just a lot of the just chatter that's going on in your mind. I know sometimes I go to sleep and my mind is racing and I wake up and it's still going,
That's
and
true.
so we decided to sacrifice, it takes a lot, like I said, fuel, but to set aside a little bit of finances and just go away, just the two of us. I know not everybody has an opportunity to do it, but I think you are able to do the things that you really, really want to do.
Right.
And sometimes there's sacrifices to it. I understand that, but we just decided to take a trip down south to kind of get away.
Way down south.
Way down south.
Y'all see my tissue? I'm wiping the forehead.
It's hot, y'all.
Hey,
I'm looking at the thermometer they got. We're renting a place, and it's like 90-ish
that's light.
degrees.
That's
yeah,
light.
It's been a lot hotter than that. So we're not going to take up too much time, but what are some of the things real quick that you feel like that you've learned since we've been here that could help other people to kind of just be able to
Well,
get
I think it's very important for us to go and get away from busyness. So we came from busyness. I would do one thing, one business, and then I would come home, take a break, get something to eat, take a nap, and then I would go to my other business. And, I was doing that consecutively day after day. And the same with Yvonne, her business and taking care of home, kids, so forth and so on. And so we just decided to go and get away. And while I was here, I was able to process everything that has been taking place in our lives. And I was able to put them in, for men, they said that we're kind of like waffles. We compartmentalize. And I was able to compartmentalize different parts of my life and figure out what I need to do differently. There's a lot of decisions that we're going to be having to make coming up. And I just think this is what I needed. I needed to get away, not hearing daddy, 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 or Mr. Logan, can we do this? I just needed to get away and not hear anything, nothing but the birds, nothing but the cicadas. And just, I would sit out on this porch. This is a 30-acre farm that we're at right now. And I was able to just sit out here on this porch for like hours and just not talk and just think and process and listen. So that was good for me. And spiritually speaking, it allowed me to connect with my Father. And I didn't have all the chatter, as Yvonne said, didn't have all that chatter. I was able to listen I was able to talk to my Father and just think about what is right and what is right to do. So it was a wonderful experience for me.
So you all can't see, but I am looking out. Now I'll show you all what I'm looking at. But we're like I said, we're renting this place for a couple days, and I'm just looking out over just land. There's nothing but trees. There's no neighbors around. You can't see anybody.
Can't hear any sirens. Can't hear any. My little small town that we live in, can't hear sirens, trains, planes, highways, whatever. It's awful.
It's quiet. And so if you are able to remove yourself and go somewhere quiet. If you feel like, well, I can't afford to do that, maybe if you're able to cut back on a little bit. I mean, we're not in a humongous financial position to do anything either, but sometimes, okay, this is probably not the best advice, okay? And I'll just put a disclaimer, and some people are going to put in the comments, that's stupid, you should never say that. But sometimes, not all the time, my philosophy is the bills will always be there.
Always.
They're always going to be there. Now, I'm not talking about food and, taking care of your utility bill. I'm not talking about, being irresponsible and not having lights or anything like that. But sometimes the bills will always be there. But to have a sanity,
a peace of mind,
yeah. To be able to connect, if you're married, to your spouse, to be able to get some time away, to just be able to relax. Sometimes when you come back from a trip like that, you're a better person for everybody. You're a better person for everybody. And you have a newness about you that gives you a drive that you didn't have before you left. So, if you're not able to go somewhere, and I'm not saying everybody should go and, to a 30-acre farm, but go somewhere where you can just not have a bunch of chaos around you. Go somewhere, it could be in your own town, it could be in the next state over. I don't know, just go somewhere and just think and process, just pray, ask for guidance, what you should do, wisdom, or just whatever.
Now, how did you find this place?
I just looked on Airbnb. Sometimes you go to vrbo.com, and I will actually put a link in the description below of the place that we stayed at for anybody that might be interested. It's a great place. The host, they did a really great job. They have everything that you need here. It's very peaceful. I would highly recommend this place for people who may want to come and visit and just stay for a few days. I was very impressed. But
the location of it, you won't be busy. Just at the location where you're at. You're going to bring your food and you're going to come here. You may go out and run around for a little bit, but you're pretty much going to stay here because it's so secluded, which is what we were looking for.
Yes, you're not close to a major city, maybe within 2.5 hours away, but I didn't come for that.
Right.
We didn't come for that. We came to just be away from all of that. So I will put in the description below where we're staying at, but I just got on Airbnb and I just happened to stumble across it actually. I wasn't necessarily looking for anything like this, but it was exactly what we needed. And so we just wanted to share with you all some of our experience, and just like I said, just to kind of share with y'all, sometimes you just need to step back and remove yourself temporarily so that you can be a better person for everyone around you when you get back. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Nope. Hey, if you can do it, go now. I mean, do it coming up, because as you know, fuel prices are getting ready to go up again. So it was pretty expensive driving down with fuel, like compared to the way it normally is. So I would advise you to do it as quick as you could. So.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope that this was helpful. These are just kind of basic conversations we have just sitting around at home or driving in the car and stuff. So if you guys have maybe any other topics that you would like for us to discuss, kind of life topics, please put in the comment and we'll see what we can do. Thanks for joining us. Bye. Ready?
Yep.
I love you.
Edit.